Let us discuss your failures.
Hey guys, Flying Wine here again, and today we're going to do a VOD review of Anna on Blizzard World. So this game was submitted by Red, his Discord name I think was Ashton. So let's just get into it, and let's see what everyone picks.
How we doing, team?
What's up, team?
What's up?
They have a
Yo.
watch Mercy called Dream, and she's 3100 buff on Masters.
What?
So looks like you're going double main healer, which can open you up to do quite a bit, be more aggressive by using your cooldowns to like your nade. Like you really won't need your nade for healing. You can continually use that to try to anti the enemy team. In fact, Moira can really just, obviously you want to discuss because either of you could be more focused on healing while the other one does more damage. I'd rather like the Anna use her utility to like do antis and sleep, and Moira just to heal. But obviously communication like that can help. Just be like, hey, you know, I'm gonna focus, like you as the Anna, be like, I'm gonna be more focused on using my nade. So, you know, just to let them know what your strategy is so that they don't also try to be more aggressive, and then you both like don't heal.
Oh, nice. Cool. Let's be mean to him.
Also, like looking at these things, like I always try to see like who I want to nano, so that becomes a McCree. And so, you know, neither of these are really good nano targets. Obviously, there's you know, the Electric Cowboy, which is okay, but it's like the double barrier meta. So, you know, this isn't really what I'd want. I'd most likely go for my Rhyme if he needs health or is going in, or if my Zarya is really high charge. And then like in some weird situations, maybe when Moira ults, I ult her. But yeah, so that's what I'd be like thinking. You know, these two are probably who I'm going to nano, and like probably mostly him.
Oh, nice. Cool. Let's be mean to him.
Unless the DPS changed, then I really wouldn't care to nano
I'm a
them.
washed up console tie 500 player.
That's what I heard.
Me. Washed up though. Don't play it on PC too much because PC players are fucking toxic.
True.
Welcome to PC.
But
Welcome to humanity.
Switch right now, yeah.
past 2 days it's hit me really hard that there really is nothing else to play. So I'd rather just play this. I mean,
That's a
Overwatch
big
2,
mood, my dude.
Okay, Widow, but still not a nano target.
I tried playing fucking League.
I don't think you can reach anyone with that need. I haven't really tested, but I don't think anyone really throws. Unless someone's like up, which you wouldn't know. And I would probably go for a more sure thing, but it's not a big deal.
I just can't.
It's whatever.
The games
I
last
mean,
way
I
too
can,
long.
but I can't.
So Diva or Rissa?
A's on the right side.
So you're trying to stay out
Let's
of line
fake
of
right
sight?
side and then go left.
Oh, or we can just go on point right side because we're
Left,
fucking-
left.
Swap. They swapped already. They swapped.
Yep,
Reaper behind.
I'm slept.
Reaper behind. Purple. Purple. Huge. I'm out of hand healing.
Oh, bubble,
Yeah, I'm
bubble.
dead.
Get Diva. I'm about to die. I can't. Don't have it. Okay, I'm pushing in. Getting Diva. Diva out of mech. Diva out of mech.
Tracer
Nice.
back.
So the only thing I think you'd want to say here is your Ryan goes aggressive when the rest of your team is trying to take out the
Let's fake.
Swap. They
The
swapped
Reaper?
already. They swapped.
Yep.
So like you take hits, so you just throw a nade down to like make sure you don't get one tapped by the Reaper, so that's fine.
Reaper behind.
I'm slept.
So someone says Reaper behind, which is the Moira.
Behind. Purple. Purple. Huge.
Your Ryan like goes in. Well, just say Like, you gotta just, like, let him know you guys are, like, a step behind him. Or does he get booped? Maybe he gets booped in.
I'm out of hand healing.
Oh, bubble.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Get Diva.
Maybe he just gets booped in.
I'm about to die. I can't. Don't have it. Okay, I'm pushing in, I'm pushing in, I'm pushing in. Get Diva, Diva.
Like, when I'm like, I like to tell my tanks if they're just going too far or something. Like, not toxic-wise, just, Ryan, you're a little too far, you know, or Ryan, you're out of my line of sight. So it looks like you got booped in. But, you know, just be like, Ryan, you're going a little too far, or I can't see you. Just let them know that you can't see them. But it looks like you guys win this anyway. It looks like it wasn't his fault.
Mac, get Diva, Mac.
Tracer
Nice.
back.
I'm gonna go for a
Reaper
Tracer
above me.
over.
Not sure what that Tracer was doing. I got healing orb coming to you.
They got
Widow.
Tracer Reaper.
I'm on fire.
It's fine. The dog shit combo.
Reaper's up
I'll take
top.
cart. You can push up more. Anna.
Let's
I'll
not go
I'll
that
bubble
way.
you Widow first night. You need it. I don't have bubble. I don't have bubble. Just letting you know.
So, you know that thing I said about being aggressive? So, like, right here, instead of, you know, following them in like this, why don't you go up here and just check if anyone's up here. If they're not, you can just stand above them and easily hit an anti on them. So,
Widow first night.
let's,
You need it.
so when your team pushes in, like, right here,
I don't have bubble. I don't have bubble.
you could be up here and just throw an anti right here. Because right here, like, Diva's in your face. She's defense matrixing you. So you can go on, like, weird flanks. You don't want to be aggressive in the sense of going past your Rhine shield because they can just shoot you in the face. You want to get at odd angles that give you, you know, a place to either sleep dart or throw an anti-nade. And your Moira can, like, take care of healing here. And you can easily, like, just run back to your team.
Just letting you know.
Tracer just one clipped me in the back. That's
You're so,
looking down.
Okay.
looks like Moira got taken out.
Keep going.
Okay.
So, like, you're recognizing, like, things are happening. Your tanks don't recognize that they need to back off now because your Moira got killed and you need to push hard. Like, you've taken the space. They've given you the space. You've won the fight, but you're not gaining anything from it. So, well, except, you know, ult charge or something like that. But I think most people have their ult now and really you might be pushing
Diva
hard.
about to be out of mech.
They have a
Okay.
Hanzo now. Careful.
Tracer's spawn camping me. On point.
Nobody else is on point too.
Be
guys.
careful. They have a
One's
Hanzo.
on point. So well, this is for naught.
Okay, thank you.
So we have Nano. Who do we want to Nano? What do we want to do? I guess you're pushing cart. If you weren't pushing cart, I'd, like, come up here just to let you know. Probably, like I said, be looking for things. You have a McCree there, the Widow. So, like, this is just high ground that gives you good line of sight. So Anna, you want high ground. That's basically what I'm trying to, I guess, point out. But you're pushing cart, so you just be a little bitch.
Orisa and Hanzo top right. She just threw a shield.
I have coalescence
Coming
for a
left side.
fact.
Tracer coming behind you guys.
Yeah, Tracer probably has pulse bomb. Be careful.
I'm gonna bubble
She-
over.
side,
I'm gonna
right?
bubble somebody.
They're coming down. They're coming down. Oh, I just got melted. Taken down. Oh, I don't have that. There we go.
Don't use ults.
That's back. Yeah. Hold.
Okay. So you just kind of, like, walked in front of them, just, like, gave up your life for free. So let's watch this fight again. So I already don't like being this close up. Like, what if you need to be this close to hit your target?
Right.
You need to work on your aim. But
They're-
I don't.
oh, they're
I haven't seen anything that. This is just something I think people do. They gravitate towards their like, target fixation, and they push towards the object without realizing it. So, like, you keep walking
They're coming
forward
down.
towards this
Oh,
line. You don't need. Well, you get pulled here, but you were walking forward, and the pull got you. But
just got melted.
you don't need to be this close. So you're instead of going back, you're going forward with him when there's, like, tons of damage. You can still be healing but walking backwards, and you're having Nano to save him in case anything happens. Now, there's so many several parts of like different things on this fight.
Taken
So
down.
here you get purple, which shouldn't have happened, but this bomb comes in, so you look for cover, which is great. This is fine. But my
don't
point
have
here is, so you walk this way. Your team is here. Maybe you could have nanoed the Rhine if you like turned around instead of just like looking away, but that's nitpicky. Right now. Oh, but just to stay focused on this, the line of sight is the enemy team right here. There's a diva and their DPS right here. All can see you, and you walk this way. But what if instead you had continued through the little hole here and got behind them and threw a nade on them, slept someone, and tried to like heal? Or if you don't feel like that, you can just stay here, try to use this wall as cover, and so I would hip fire because you see scoped fire leaves a tracer shot, so you would give away your position. You know, obviously they could have seen you go here, but more tracer shots just put more attention to you, so you could hip fire and that wouldn't leave a tracer shot. And you could heal, you could nano your Zarya and see if you can still win this fight. So I think this fight is still winnable. Like, they use a ton of ults, and all it is an equalish trade. But the moment you feed your life,
There we go.
see, like, you're just out in the open here. This is basically when the fight was definitely lost, when you died. I mean, I don't really care about the Widow too much. Like, you could have nanoed your Zarya, and she could have just melted through their tanks.
That's back. Yeah. Hold.
Yeah, your Zarya is super high charged.
Nice pick.
She would have had a Moira pocket in her. Like,
Still
that Zarya
dying, yeah.
was gonna work if you like nanoed her, and you safe too, because you could have antied them, slept someone. You know, so staying alive is the #1 priority. Keeping good position and staying alive. Because if you die, you get no value. You have 0 value. It's better to get some value instead of getting no value. You know, you might feel like you're not getting a lot of value, but if you're alive, you can get some value.
Meg, I'm using my grab.
And back out if you can.
Just need to group up.
You're going to be okay.
Come back.
I have shatter, so
Like,
Oh.
you're cutting yourself off. They have a tracer, and this positioning just screams like, tracer, come find me. Because everyone else is regrouping, so the whole entire enemy team's attention can be seen you walking this way, and your team really has no way to help you. You're still waiting for your Zarya. I wouldn't have just like come this way. It's probably not
Tracer
too
behind.
bad.
Watch out. She's looking for pick.
She's half HP. Probably took Mega by now.
It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah,
It's
she's
just,
blinked out.
you know, it's just like a mindset more per se is showing me, is that you're being, I don't know, not aware of your team in relation to like your positioning. It's just like they're all over here, they're waiting to regroup, and you also are waiting to regroup, but you are a little bit more exposed. You know, you went through the choke without your Rhine, and you just like walk through. Like, what if they had a Widow? It's like, boom, you're dead. So it's just kind of like not being aware of the danger that the enemy team presents through this line of sight, like the line of sight stuff.
I'm gonna look for shatter here. They just dropped shield, so I'm gonna push up for shatter.
I got the tracer.
When did you take damage from? A Hanzo?
Used a healing
Betting your
orb.
Hanzo.
That's two.
You could have done the nade definitely earlier. I
Drop
think.
shield, so I'm gonna push up for shatter.
Like
got
almost
the
always
tracer.
when like there's a shatter or a graph, you should be looking to get a nade off. So, like,
Used a
there-
healing orb.
Yeah. I mean, you could have
That's two.
still naded someone, like the Orisa. You sleep the diva right when she gets broken, so I think it, you know, like this was nothing. Like, you wasted both abilities on a mech that was getting broken, and you walk past the Orisa. I'm curious why you fixated on this. Maybe it's because she has defense matrix or something. But they're on the ground, and you could have gotten that stuff off on the Orisa instead of the D.Va.
Oh, this is.
Maybe D.Va's low, maybe Lee's low, nice. Healing orb on point. Got you, Red.
Get Orisa. Nice.
Thank you.
Alright, I'm gonna push up to use grab it, Hanzo.
Right.
Still haven't
almost
used
have dragon.
Nano. Like,
Okay.
this is kind of the weird things when you miss your opportunity to use your ult. So even if you had lost the fight where I told you to use Nano, you'd probably be at 70-ish% now. So it's like Nano gets pretty high. Like if you're healing a lot, doing damage, like Nano gets charged quite fast.
I'm hiding.
Oh my god, though. I have coalescence for this fight.
Huge.
Should I use it? Yeah, they're gonna contest
If it gets a little dicey, yes. But
it. They're planning on contesting it.
I'm going for. I got bongo. Okay, hold ult. Oh, okay.
Doesn't matter, secure the point. Gotta make sure we cap it.
HP, nice. Just Tracer left on point. She has no recall.
So
Gee,
like you want to be communicating what ults you want to use. Did they say Grab Dragon? I feel like they did.
Thank you.
Alright, I'm gonna push up to use grab it, Hanzo.
Grav and Hanzo. So yeah, so they're saying they want to use Grab Dragon. So you probably don't want to use your ult. Again, when I was just saying, like I said, now
I almost have
when you
dragon.
miss your opportunity, it feels weird.
I'm
You
hiding.
definitely want to be part of this conversation. Like they want to use Grab Dragon, and when you Grab Dragon,
Oh my god, though. I have coalescence.
that's basically team winning if you can get it off right. So if they say that, then you say, okay, I'll use Nano if that doesn't work, / if someone gets, like, a tank gets low. So if Grab Dragon doesn't get enough kills or something like that. So you should be waiting for the Grab Dragon to happen before you use Nano, or if Ryan got super critical. Those are the two things I would be waiting for to initiate my Nano.
Coalescence for this fight.
Huge.
But I think because you were holding on for this for so long, you're like, I need to use this. Like I'm not using this.
Should I use it? Yeah, they're gonna contest it.
If it gets a little dicey, yes. But
I think they're planning on contesting.
Yeah, like I like how you're like trying to get around the shield to do something. I don't like they use both abilities at once. Because I mean the Tracer died, but still there's a couple of things that are going on that I don't like. Is even though you are at an angle of the fight, like you're looking this way, you're still like their kill line of sight, like their LOS, where they're looking and how they're going is from this direction. So you just kind of like expose yourself as a healer to their line of sight. You don't want to be there. You could have gone up here and you could be doing these things. You could be up here and then you can just throw the nade down on them, and you can try to pick people in the back line like they're Anna or something like that. So there's things like that. Like I feel like you don't use the high ground at all. I haven't seen you on the high ground at all, which you definitely want to be using. And you're aggressive in the sense that you see the benefit of using your abilities aggressive. You know, you're using nade and sleep, but you're not putting yourself in the best advantageous position to use it and survive using it. Like you are super exposed here to getting killed, and you use both the abilities, which you really don't want to do unless you have reason to. And reason is like, you know, to save yourself. So you use nade to heal and like sleep a Reaper or a Tracer. But using both of them leaves you exposed. So yes, the Tracer died, but the D.Va could have, instead of running here, come after you, and then what do you do? So you really only want to use one. And when I go to like do these flanks, so let's say it was up here or, you know, just down here, I just want to use nade because, you know, you have Moira to heal you. Nade is anti-heal, which is so much more benefit than I think sleep. And then sleep is a really good defensive tool. It can be good for an offensive tool if you time it like with shatter or something. You sleep the enemy Rhine, and so your Rhine can shatter or something like that. And even just taking someone out of the fight and no one touches them, so it's a 5v6 for a few seconds. But I usually just go for nade in most instances, and then say sleep for like a defensive kind of thing. If a Genji, a Tracer, a Reaper, or someone comes on me, and I'm just like, no, just you want to use it. You don't want to use both of them because now you're just exposed. You're exposed. You're out of position here. If they feel like targeting you, now the only thing that's kind of saving you is that these tanks are both like, we need to stop the payload. When really Orisa could do it and D.Va could dive on you and you die.
Testing it.
I'm going for. I got bongo.
Yeah. He didn't need to be nanoed because they said they're doing Graph Dragon. So Orion swinging into this really isn't necessary.
Okay, hold ult, hold. Oh, okay.
Doesn't matter, secure the point. Gotta make sure we cap it.
HP, nice. Just Tracer left on point. She has no recall.
Cheat. Okay.
She wasted pulse bomb. Nice.
I got long spawn.
Good job.
Okay, I don't think anyone got close spawn from them.
Escorting the payload. Hello.
Oh, they did. Reaper now, careful.
That's fine. Reaper can't push up on anybody on our team.
Yep, sit around corner right this second so I can recharge shield. And jumping.
Oh, wrong person, I don't have bubble.
Reaper behind. Reaper.
That time you watch the bomb instead of looking for your escape. After the first couple seconds, like the bomb goes, you kind of know where it might land or where it's going to come from. And walking backwards, you're actually slower than walking forward, and since going in the direction you're looking is like, I think 0.5 meters faster per second, I think is the number. But you're just faster going forward than backwards. And so like those situations, you kind of just want to turn around and run, or you could have tried to run forward and use your Rhine shield. Obviously it's a small nitpicky,
Reaper
but
behind.
with you like staring at it, you kind of were really so yeah, you could have tried to run forward and go underneath his shield. So it's just a small little thing. Reaper was on you too, probably die anyway. What did you use your sleep on? What did you use your sleep on?
Reaper can't push up on anybody on our team.
Yep, sit around corner right this second.
Let me just
so I
throw
can
it out there. See, the question is, if you slept someone there, what happens? Like, how good is that? Like, your team can't really follow up on it. Does your Rhine have shatter? Maybe you slept the Orisa, your Rhine should shatter, but like, when was the last time you looked at the thing? No. Does Rhine have shatter there?
Hello.
Oh, they did. Reaper
Maybe
now,
tap.
careful.
Reaper can't.
I did.
Got close spawn.
No, he doesn't have shatter.
Around corner right this so I can
So-
recharge shield.
So, like, even if you slept the Orisa, your Rhine can't just turn and shatter. Which I don't even think you were really like, oh, thinking he has shatter. So that's just like a wasting of sleep dart. It's just, even if you hit someone, it doesn't accomplish anything. And it actually, even if, then it kind of screws you in the sense that if you had survived that bomb, that Reaper's going to kill you anyway. Because you don't have sleep dart ready.
Oh, wrong person, I don't have bubble.
Now, I don't mind like trying to throw a nade there when you guys are coming in. You got it off. That was good. And there's no, like, there's no high ground, like I said before. I wouldn't want you flanking all the way around here to do that. I mean, once you got in here, and if it like stalemated here, you could try to do a little sneaky thing, but that one's fine, or, that, not too bad.
Reaper behind. Reaper behind on your healers.
Yep.
It's a reset.
Alright, they wasted that. That's fine.
Yeah,
Much better than a command.
when Reaper comes in, we, like, y'all gotta turn on him. I can't turn because that just exposes me to the rest of their team.
I got flashed right click.
Move it out.
That's close.
I'm not there. I'm coming.
I have shatter again. Back up, back up, back up. My shield's going down, shield's down.
So you're Ryan saying back up, and you went forward. Like, look at yourself. You went past your Ryan shield. Your whole team's trying to back up. Like, let's listen to him again.
I have shatter again. Back up, back up, back up.
But he says he has shatter, but he wants us to back up.
Shield's going down, shield's down.
Reaper behind.
Reaper behind.
Again, Reaper behind flanking. No Reaper, no Reaper.
Reaper one.
Like, your main tank is saying back up, and you go forward as the main healer. Well, you know, both main healer, off healer, whatever. As a healer, you're going forward. Like, super exposing yourself. It takes you forever. You don't turn around until someone streams Reaper in the back line. Now, you need to listen to your teammates and, like, work as a unit. Especially, like, in Diamond, that's probably where the most climbing is going to come from, is teams working together. You know, in Plat, it's using your ult right, is what I find most part, but, like, in Diamond, it's being able to work together and listen to each other. So Urian is making a call. I have Shatter, but his shield's going down, so he wants to back up and then engage with Shatter. That's basically what he's saying, which means you need to back up, and then if he gets Shatter, you probably want to get a nade on the enemy. So
Okay,
that
push forward, push forward.
happens.
We're down a healer.
You
so
die.
remember that.
I have no shield again, no shield again. If we can break shield, I can slam.
I'll rest when it's done.
Got 3.
Shatter, bro.
So your team basically ults its way out of this.
Ana's half in the back. Okay, push up, push up.
Good
I
push,
think
guys.
it's
Good
health
job.
up above you. Okay.
You know, know why
McCree's
you,
right side?
you seem to be using your abilities kind of like willy-nilly. Like, even if you sleep that baby diva, she's dead anyway, right?
Lucio's right side.
Touch from afar.
They have a Ryan now. Ryan instead of a.
Again, like that kind of like point out isn't like, oh, that was a huge mistake. It's more mentality. Like, why did you feel like you needed to use sleep there? And that might be whatever made you like, oh, I need to sleep this thing, is also going to be infecting other parts of your, you know, the other sleep where you just shot it into the enemy shield and then have it for the Reaper. Like, that kind of stuff is, there's a thing that's telling you to use your sleep dart at inopportune times, or just not at the correct times.
I'm gonna start swinging around this corner.
Reaper just got fucked.
That's nice.
Oh, I can't.
I wonder how. Okay, so your sleep had come off.
I'm gonna start
Cool
swinging
down.
around this corner.
Reaper just got fucked.
Like,
Oh, I can't.
Healing orb on point.
This is winnable, winnable.
Ryan on your healers
This
in
is
the
very
back.
winnable.
I think
I can't.
the only thing also is
Ryan-
you kind of want to be backing off
Okay, push up, push up.
Good
I
push,
think it's
guys.
health
Good
up
job.
there.
above you.
So
Okay.
McCree's right side. Lucio's right side.
so we're on cart.
They
we're
have
on
a
cart,
Rhine
we're
now?
pushing cart.
Ryan instead of
And
Rissa.
then we kind of get aggressive here. Reaper's in our back line.
I'm gonna start swinging around this corner.
Reaper just got
So
fucked.
like I would want to stay here, if not start moving backwards. So you get for the sleep, which is great. So you move forward to the bomb.
I
Okay,
can't, I
you
can't.
get bombed out. And then
Healing orb on point.
This is winnable, winnable.
Ryan on your healers
This
in
is
the
very
back.
winnable.
I'm gonna say maybe what because you're forward, the Ryan shouldn't be able to hit you too much, but like Reaper coming in kind of pushed you forward, and then the bomb kind of kept you in here. So that's all right. I don't.
Healing orb on point again.
It's like anything you could have really done.
Wait, we lose this?
Yeah, back
I
out,
mean,
back
you
out,
guys,
back out.
you lose this because you guys had to use tons of ults, and then now they had tons of ults.
Though we win that. That's what I use.
Yeah.
Okay, we're coming back. We're coming back with 3 decent ults.
So how do we want to use our nano? Also, standing here. So when like comes out that door, like let's just say they had a widow. Was it like you were in line of sight of them. Standing here is not good. Like, you can be picked off here. Just by the way, I move into here. Small nitpick, but again, right here is right into their spawn. Even the McCree, just like dink dink. Now it's a little out of his range, but it's, you know, it's just bad habit staying here. But again, how do we want to use our nano? Probably on Rhine. Again, I don't.
Yeah, probably
I
try
don't
and
see
throw in the
any
nano
other
early.
reason not to.
Aside from
Again,
that,
Zarya, if she's really
Coalescence
high
probably
charge.
a decent bit early as well.
Surrender to my will. You're powered up. Get in there.
I countercharge.
Reaper no raid.
They have a
So
gem now.
this diva's
careful.
eating a lot, but a few of your things. So like these are
Reaper's right to the
things
left
you want to
here.
be aware of. Like this diva like ate everything you just did there, and so you need to be aware of like Diva's defense matrix. It's been nerfed, so it's not as far reaching as it is, but you can't just throw things into it.
They just beat. Hold up. That's my bad.
You gotta reset.
Okay, we get one more fight. Just die quickly.
Nano was a little early. You could have waited on it to see how the fight goes out, because like
Okay.
when Nano first came out, came out, Nano gave speed boost, and so Nano and Orion, he could get in the fight quickly. But you notice how you nanoed him, and so he tried to charge, and then he was countercharged, which then makes him lay on the ground, waste your nano. You kind of want to wait on that. You want to wait for an opportunity for him to just be able to swing. You know, if no one's within swing distance right then and there, you probably don't want to nano him unless he's like critical health and you don't think you can heal him up. So I would have waited for the wait to see how that team fight would go before nanoing him, or at least let him get in range of swinging on the enemy Rhine.
Yeah, Doom, you're probably gonna be the one to touch.
It appears we have suffered a minor setback.
Oh no, we can just walk in and touch. Just walk. I almost have Shatter.
Watch for Reaper. Reaper 1, nice.
Lucio 1.
Lucio 1. Healing orb on point. Watch out for bomb.
I got. Just get behind me. There we go.
I can't heal you.
I'm on Moira. Oh, Moira's half in the back.
You're jumping a lot there
Moira,
too.
just get. Lucio 1.
Watch Reaper 1, nice.
Lucio 1.
Lucio 1. Healing orb on point. Watch out for bomb.
I got. Just get behind me. There we go.
I can't heal you.
I'm on Moira.
I think you're making it harder on yourself with all this movement. So I don't mind going forward and trying to throw an aid. Like, you know, you're trying to win the fight here. So
Reaper 1,
going
nice.
forward, trying to, when he's like that, it's a little, a little delayed, but trying to get that on there, fine. You miss it, but again, good idea. You do get the Lucio.
Lucio 1.
Lucio 1.
So actually, you help kill the Lucio because he can't heal himself. So then once I'm back here, you want to settle down a little bit and just kind of pocket your Rhine, because he's the thing that's going to be pulling you in. You would hit the Rhine and the Zarya.
Healing orb on point. Watch out for bomb.
But see,
I got. Just get
you
behind
get a
me.
little distracted.
I can't heal you.
I'm on Moira. Oh, Moira.
And you kind of go a little forward. So you want to stay back. Where is it? So let's see. After this,
Lucio 1.
like, I'd stay back here, if not start going farther backwards to just, heal. Just heal. You have no abilities. You don't want to go
Healing orb
forward.
on point. Watch out for bomb.
I got. Just get behind me. There we go.
I can't heal you.
I'm on Moira. Oh, Moira's half in the back.
Rhine's low. If we can get Rhine. Rhine's 1 HP.
Huge.
Healing orb on point. Doomfist, careful. Reaper coming. Reaper's half HP. Reaper's low.
Coming around behind.
Just Reaper and Baby Deep on point right now. Healing orb on point. Lucio's
last.
1. Nice. Now ball.
Doom's coming.
Nice,
Nice,
good
nice,
job.
nice.
Finish.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Score 3-0. Switching sides.
So basically, it's positioning. I would say for the most part is your problem. Is you expose yourself too much, and when you can be farther back and be safer, you don't, and you tend to go forward. Like, you tend to move forward more, and again, you don't need to do that. So that's the type of thing. Like I said, being aggressive doesn't mean being frontline. Being aggressive is using your abilities offensively or trying to shoot offensively. But Anna is a sniper, so she should be farther back, and you should always be looking to be farther back. And the only way you can really be more forward is taking off angles. So you try to picture the battlefield and the way the Rhines are going to go at each other, or the the tanks, and the way the DPS are going to look, and then try to find an off angle that gets you to throw the nade behind the enemy shield onto the squishies or the tanks, which will give your tanks an advantage in the fight. That's the aggressive. You don't need to try to walk past your Rhine shield, past their shield, and throw a nade down, because that's just going to get you killed.
Never stop fighting for what you believe in.
Greetings. Hello.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds. Look
You got Hog, you got Orisa, you got
I'll get us home safe.
Hanzo, some other person way up there.
Combat routine. Optimizing strategy.
I assume also Moira. Who's that? Junkrat. Yeah. So again, even more less so with Orisa. Like, I'd just be using my nano to like save people. Orisa's not going to be that aggressive. She's not going to be getting swinging like a Rhine. There's no one there. That was a nice throw. Do you have that set down or not? If you don't, like, things I like to do is look at videos of Anna spots, Anna nade spots. You should, but there it looks like. Do you set that up at all, or is that just lucky?
4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend.
Now it just looks like you eyeballed it. There are videos out there that give you tons of Anna nade spots, and that one, they're gonna heal up, get unantied. So you really don't want that one. You want one where they kind of get it around here. So look, just Google or YouTube Anna nade spots, and you can
This will only hurt for a minute.
practice those, because those can be huge to start off a fight.
Diva Orisa again. Move up a little. Okay, they got Reaper. Be careful.
Reaper left side.
Okay, yeah. Alright, you just you walked forward, used all your abilities. That is a gold play there, dude. That's not even like, that's nowhere near diamond. You just walk past your entire team, so now you are literally the first thing this team can see and shoot at. Use
Okay,
your
they got
sleep,
Reaper.
use your
Careful.
nade, and now you're screwed.
Reaper left side.
Reaper's flanking on the
I'm
left
gonna go
side.
for Reaper. I'm gonna go.
No, he's back right.
You're lucky to survive that.
Yeah, you're taking so much damage.
Yep, that's Reaper.
W key and fucking.
Yeah, we might need to go a little bit more brawl with this kind of comp because they're just rushing us down.
Brain dead fucking hero.
Going to be okay.
So, like, did you cause your team to lose that fight? Maybe. Like, how does your team react? So when you do things like this, your team if they want to try to win, are forced to like
Okay, they got
move
Reaper.
forward. Like, so does your tank go forward to try to save you?
The left side.
Reaper's flanking the
Not
left side.
really.
Reaper, I'm gonna go.
No, he's back right.
I don't know, maybe
Yeah,
she
you take
still
so much
dies,
damage.
but you can sleep,
Yep.
not waste your abilities. Like, you just wasted all your abilities over here and just like take up so much of your other healers' attention.
Reaper.
W key and fucking.
Like,
Yeah,
those
we
type
might-
of things can really, even if you don't die, can cause your team to lose. Because if your tanks, let's say, see you do that, and they push forward to try to save you, but then that exposes them to something, and then like that can snowball. So I don't know if that happened there. It doesn't really look like it did, but I'm saying, like, even though you didn't die, you can still cause the team fight to be lost because of it.
We need to go a little bit more brawl with this kind of comp because they're just rushing us down.
What a brain dead fucking hero.
Going to be okay. My will made real.
So hey, you suck at everything in this game. Just use a hero where you could just fucking.
Stop the payload.
Doofus going top right,
Repairing the damage.
or at least right side. It looked like.
Yeah, just call them out when we need to.
So like in between these dead spots right here, when obvious everything's being pushed up, the payload's obviously not going to be moving too much until it's out of the thing. You can get on the high ground over here. So the enemy Ana, if you saw from her tracer shots, was definitely up there on that ledge. So you should be up there too. That's the spot I would be going for, because even if the Reaper comes in, flanks you, you can see him from way far away. If he's coming after you, you can try to sleep him. If you don't even hit that, you can just jump down and be here. So there's really no reason for you to be here and not up there, because you can get here from there easily just by jumping down. But you can't get up there from here because you don't have any movement ability like a Diva rockets or something. Like, you need to use those stairs, and you need to use them during downtime. So obviously now it's a little too late.
Surrender to my will. Cease your resistance.
Try to spur that. Bongo's dead.
They're all purple. They're all purple. Go in.
I don't have fucking.
Nice purple. That's a huge anti.
Give me 3 seconds and you can pull. 2 seconds. Okay.
So
Yeah, sorry,
obviously,
I had already
you
used.
know, good purple. Like I said, getting a huge anti like that is basically what you're going for. And it took you 1 round and a half, 1 round and 1 point to nail one like that. And it's because you haven't been using the angles properly. You just been hoping the enemy shield isn't in the way when you use it, and a lot of times it has been. So that time the enemy shield broke and you threw a purple, but you should be trying to get more of those by making it happen rather than trying to wait for the shield to break.
Easier when you said that.
Yeah, it's okay.
Doom is one. Doom is one. Nice.
Reaper on her, on in the back.
You should be calling that out, by the way. You have
one is-
communicated to them, so you really, like, you heard the footsteps down because you turned around. Like, we heard the Reaper drop, and immediately, like, for me, I go Reaper. Like, even when I hear those footsteps, I'm already telling my team there's a Reaper behind us. Even if he didn't come for me, I'd be Reaper behind us. It's like just instinctual. Like, with those footsteps, I'm trying to tell my team where Reaper is, because he will do tons of damage to anyone he finds.
He's one.
Okay. Fall to the corner.
I don't know why my name. Hello there.
Yeah, fall to the corner. Forgot how funny the ragdolls in this game look.
Yeah, I'm gonna bongo around corner at the start of this fight. Oh, careful. I don't have shield. Don't have shield.
Reaper no wraith on the left there, but.
Okay, now you have a Rhine and Zarya. So again, same things apply. Maybe a Doom, a Nano Doom's alright.
The soldier is going up top.
You know, when he goes in, if you like right when he lands and takes tons of attention, you can nano him. You know, that really depends though. I just
I was
feel
not
like
calling
my
lessons.
Rhine.
Almost a Reaper ulting the.
Reaper dead.
Did you just like fat finger or something like that? Like, so this is ult tracking. you know, you should be ult tracking to see what ults are coming up, what's going to be coming our way, and what should we be looking out for. That's a huge deal. You need to be on the lookout, especially in Diamond. You know, I haven't really been doing this VOD review, but you know, the Reaper hasn't. Now thinking back, the Reaper hasn't used it at all. He killed you. He's probably done tons of damage. He killed. You know, that's the thing we complained about after the first fight was Reaper does tons of damage, so he probably has ult.
I was on coalescence.
But then, so ult tracking aside, Reaper. Oh, this is an easy sleep target.
Reaper
and we throw nade. Nade's not going to do anything. Sleeping him will. No, they probably still die no matter what you do, but you need to sleep. It's just sleep. Throwing a nade and then sleeping is not going to give them more health to survive to your sleep. The sleep is the thing that saves them, and they probably don't survive either way, but sleep. Don't try to nade and then sleep. Just sleep.
Reaper dead.
Yeah, but yeah, I wouldn't nano him either because after that triple kill, it's like, alright, it's over.
Soldier low on me.
I wasn't cut out for retirement anyways. You're covered.
Step right up.
This will heal you.
Reaper on top, high ground.
Shields going down. Shields down. Shields down.
No bubble, no bubble.
Get in there.
Reaper in this room with me. He's one.
Nice. Mora's one. Soldier's low. Got him. Good job. Good fight.
I'll bubble you in.
You
Heavy dive.
wasted
Doomfist.
all your ults. Wasted.
sounds good.
Their
You
Reaper
used
is
all of
doing
them.
a whole ton of their.
So your team used all your ults, and I don't think you really need to use all of them. You nanoed your Ryan when he's backing up, and then that puts, you know, he can't do anything with it. So this is where communication comes in. He doesn't know you want to nano him, so tell him to be aggressive. I have nano. I'll nano you, so he can go forward, take damage, go into the enemy team, nano him. He gets healed back up by the 300 health it gives him, and he's within range to immediately start swinging on people. So you need to communicate with your Ryan that you want to nano him and for him to go become aggressive, because right now he's backing up. You're nanoing him, and then he's like, oh, I gotta go forward now. And then you also kind of just straight in haphazardly, and just luckily no one just pays attention to you.
Their work, so we absolutely have to focus him down if he comes out of position at all.
I cast this forth.
So yeah, let's play on this back corner here.
Hey, their corner, Doomfist.
I have Shatter.
Oh, it,
I have 3.
wait, how did I just die? Oh,
Yeah,
the
they
fuck-
used 2 ults for that.
The Reaper walked up to
Stall
me
card.
and fucking broke my bubble. I hate that guy.
Probably go forward instead of back, just because you want to die. You need to die by grouping up.
Reaper on.
And you just delay.
He's so
your team
bad at the
grouping up.
game. I don't have bubble. I can't bubble you.
I can't peek. I can't peek.
Yeah, I'm just stalling
Healing
as
orb
much as I
on,
can.
healing orb on point.
We see 9. Fuck, dude.
There's like 3 of us right here.
I'm under attack.
Score 3-3. Prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
Oof. 39%. Well, double shield meta is not really helpful to Anna.
Never
You can definitely be doing things to leave it, like high ground especially. There's not a lot of high ground Blizzard roll, but there's enough that you should be utilizing it, and you aren't.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
So that's like probably your biggest. You need to be using high ground more.
I see.
So like being on top of this high ground right here to your right could be useful.
Victory will be ours.
Barrier activated. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Okay, so now
You
a
gotta watch
Reaper.
out for the Reaper and make
A
sure the
Nano
call out
Reaper
where he
is does lots of damage. The Nano Sim is
Soldier's going top
not
left.
that bad either. Now your DPS or something that might want a Nano. I don't think there's really a bad Nano target on your team. I mean,
Pulling
Sigma's not great,
together.
but like keep them alive.
I have no cooldowns, no cooldowns. Nice, move up, move up, move up. Through the shield, through the shield.
I just never like being the first, as a healer, being the
Get back up a
person
little.
in front. You know, if you're walking past your tanks, you're probably
I
going
almost have,
too
bongos.
aggressive, you know, too far. And
Bongos.
maybe
Why do people?
you know, maybe it is the right decision for everyone to be going forward, but if you are the only one going forward, it's the wrong decision. So, should your team be chasing them down? Probably. Should you be doing it alone? No. So if your team is doing it, not doing it, you should not be doing it. You know, you want to be in position in relation to your team, and if they don't go aggressive and try to chase down the stragglers, then that's just not what your team is doing right now. All right. So you doing it yourself puts you exposed to being picked off by the enemy soldier, you know, and then suddenly the other team has the advantage. You have a longer spawn. They quickly regroup and push without you. It's a 5v6, and you might lose. So you know, just because you might know what the right decision is for everyone as the whole team doesn't mean you should be doing it. Because if the whole team doesn't do it, then you just are going to.
People say that.
I mean,
We can coalescence Bongo here.
yeah,
Yeah, let's do it.
go. Wait, no. Once they come around,
Seem to be going left side.
nice. Pulling him back. Oh, soldiers behind us. Soldiers behind us. Reapers behind us too.
But double
Nice,
barriers
nice,
too.
nice.
Quite nice.
I feel like such a faggot for like not playing double barrier from the very start, but I just hate the comp. But like,
No, it's
Dude,
awful.
it's so
Everyone
brain dead
hates
and boring.
it, but
like it's boring, but like we would have won. Like realistically, we probably would have won.
yeah, everyone
it's
hates
fine.
it. It's just the only thing to do with so much healing
Like
and so
you
much.
gotta have fun during the game though. Like even though.
Yeah.
Soldier's going top left.
Yep. Move up, move up, move up.
I'm out of hand healing. I need to charge it up.
Okay, back up, back up, back up. Shield in 3.
Soldier ulting left side. Nice.
Nice.
Huge wall. Reaper right side.
Reaper alone.
Reaper one. Reaper
Nice,
one.
nice,
Nice.
nice.
We can push up. We can push up. They're down 2. You've almost out of mech.
So I probably want to like. I'd be trying to make plans with my Reaper to.
Okay, don't go too
Nano
him. Don't
him.
go too hard. Back up, back up,
I
back
agree.
up, back
I
up.
think
breathe, I breathe.
No, he's yeah. So yeah, he's in chat. Just letting us right. So I just be saying, Reaper, let's combo, let's combo. You know, he can
Almost
be
up bongos
above,
again.
like on the top left or top right over there, because they've been pushing both
Soldiers
ways.
going left side again.
You can then nano him when he death blossoms or even just drops down.
We can coalescence
without that
Bongo
problem.
again, or let's coalescence Reaper ult here.
Reaper no
See,
red.
that's where I would interject to be like, can we just not do that and use my nano instead? Because nano Reaper is way better than coalescence Reaper. Like, that's I don't really like. I so much would rather have the nano Reaper, and then you coal in case Reaper gets really fucked up somehow. So the coal should be used in a response to whatever happens afterwards if you need it. So I would interject there and be like, actually, I want to nano, because nano is more of an offensive tool, and I feel coal is neutral. It can be used for defensive or offensive. Like, I mean, nano can be used defensively too, but I feel like it's more of an offensive tool than a defensive tool.
Reaper no raid. Just hide. Just go around the corner so they
Okay.
can't use it.
Go, 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 go.
Oh, Holder got me good.
Reaper's behind us.
That's huge. Good job. Good job.
Nice, nice.
I'll be back soon.
This is how you guys lose because you use 5 ults there. Use 5 ults there. This is what you really need to communicate. Use 5 ults. And why? Like Sigma uses ult, and your tanks really shouldn't have used their ults. Like I said, you interjecting, like making the plan, can really stop it. So, like Moira said, she's gonna do Cole, and we should use Reaper. Now I'm saying it's better just to use Reaper and Nano, and then save Cole for, like, either for keeping people alive afterwards. So those are the most what I'd want to use is 3, but even just the 2 Nano Reaper ult, and then you guys have it all for the last fight. So you have
Huge.
no ults for the last fight.
I thought everyone was about to die, so I used my ultimate.
Yeah, no.
Alright, Reaper,
You
fuck
gonna
it.
heal yourself at all?
Kind of pops.
Okay, thank you.
Well, now they're definitely gonna come in and spam all their ults. I say that we just like.
Yeah, just we have to hard focus Reaper when he comes in.
You can play. Nah, don't let them walk
And
up.
farm that wall.
They're over here. They're over here, right side.
No shield, no shield.
Oh, Soldier's still on top left. Part. Oh, no. Unfortunate.
I was behind.
Unfortunate.
I saw that coming from all the way.
Yeah, you guys were focused on Reaper ult, but I mean they had all their ults. How many else did they use? You know, so that's kind of the thing. Ult tracking there at the end really screwed you. So you could have beaten this team. Ult tracking, I think, is as a general thing killed your team. The Reaper ult that came in just destroyed you, and then you guys would blow all your ults, and then the enemy team would come in and just clean up afterwards. So you specifically, I mean, you can ult track. That's something that you should probably work on, but you should be looking for positioning. You never used high ground at all. You didn't go one step onto high ground, and Anna should be hyper focused on high ground. She'd be looking for that high ground. So that's something you should really look to do in games. Look for the high ground and see how the different angles you get, because you can much easier throw a nade over a shield on high ground, even if you're facing it, than on the ground. And high ground can get you at odd angles to throw a nade safely around a shield instead of trying to run forward through your tanks, through the enemy tanks, and exposing yourself. So you definitely want to be working on that. And then your nano usage, you used it okay, but if you're going to use it on Orion, you got to wait for them to be in position to use it, because it's no longer a speed boost unless you have a Lucio who's going to speed boost him in, and you've communicated that, like, I'm going to nano him, you speed boost him in. I'd wait for the Rhine. Yeah, I'd tell the Rhine that I have nano and I want to nano him, so go aggressive, so he closes the distance, and then you nano him. Other than that, it looks like you have, like, the right ideas. You're looking to nade the enemy team. You're looking to sleep too, but you kind of using them like you're just kind of shotgun kind of a strategy, and you go forward, you blow your load, and then you try to run away, when you should be trying to be more finesse. You're a sniper. You should be looking to really only use one of the abilities at a time, unless you're really confident you won't die or be attacked by a flanker in that moment. So yeah, that's about it. Anything else? Nothing. Just I gave other small tidbits throughout the game that you can use, but those aren't hard focused. The things I just mentioned should be hard focused: high ground, ult tracking, and ability usage. So good luck.